My friends, do not worry. I assure you that Lord Mortimer's plan will never see the light of day. I shall deal with informing our allies, but for the time being, I need you to make a stand.
What do you think about Monsieur de Richet?
I don't know yet. I feel there's great potential in him. He looks like he can be trusted. And Duchess Hillsborough. Why isn't she here? She's busy. Don't worry about her.
Oh, isn't it time to replace her?
Not so fast, sir. She is an important figure. You ought to have a little more faith in her. What are we going to do about Washington? He will be a hard nut to crack. On our chessboard, he is Mortimer's king. Don't worry. Mr. President only wants one thing. To keep his dear America united. He won't jeopardize everything he has achieved on a whim. He has been serving Mortimer for quite some time. It won't be easy to bring him around. Do you feel all right, Mr. Godoy? You haven't said a word.
Please excuse me, gentlemen. I feel tired.
Oh, I see. I think it is high time you left us then. Now!
Emily? Emily? Are you there?
Sir, the conference is about to begin. You are expected in the conference room.
Tell them I'm coming. Thank you.
Come on, Louis. The game is back on.
My friends, the conference is about to begin. Please excuse me if I troubled you last night with my project. I understand that you might well have a few questions to ask. As you know, the final vote will be cast in a few days. This morning's aim is to answer your questions and check the temperature of your respective positions so that we may reach a greater understanding.
As always, Lord Mortimer.
We parted in perfect disagreement, my lord. Where would you like us to take it from?
Come, sir. Please let William believe he still has a chance of winning us over. Otherwise, his imprecations will lack panache, and we shall be bored stiff.
Oh, let me assure you, I am convinced that a good night's sleep has brought sound advice, and that this morning will be even more interesting. Therefore, I would like to go around the table in order to hear everyone's first impressions.
Well, I am still firmly against it, even though my choice won't count.
Against.
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 And you, Duke Manuel?
Well, you see, it is more complicated and
Godoy?
Calm, Gregory. Don't try to impress my guests, please.
They are not your guests.
Gregory, anyone under my roof is by definition my guest. You included. I would be very grateful if you would let my guests speak. Duke Manuel, you were saying you still had some doubts?
Well, you see, the situation has changed since last night.
What's going on here, my Lord Duke?
You see, I gave it some thought during the night. New arguments have come to light.
What do you mean, Duke Manuel?
Sir Gregory, I regret to inform you that Spain will not support you in this operation. I vote for. Moreover, in response to arguments brought to my attention, I declare war on France.
What? What is he doing?
If you think France is afraid of you, you are dreaming.
Over 10 nations rise against you, young man, and you behave like a yapping little dog?
When the French armies are at your door, my Lord Duke, you will change your tune. Well, as for me, I am for Lord Mortimer's project, despite Duchess Hillsborough's overwhelmingly convincing nocturnal attentions.
What? So Emily was playing at trying to win over guests last night?
It was nothing more than a friendly little chat, of course.
How could it be otherwise? And by the way, remember me to your husband when you see him. And you, President Washington, what is your position?
4, of course.
Well, that leaves just yourself and Monsieur Peru, Louis.
You're all making me sick. Look at yourselves.
What?
You are pathetic!
Have you been drinking or what?
There you are, quibbling away. My Lord Duke this, and Madame Duchess that. You know very well that we're nothing but puppets on a damn string.
Jacques, really?
Let's end the charade. It's over.
Jacques,
My lord, thank you for everything you've done for me over the years. But it didn't come for free. And now I see the price is too high to pay. I'll stop.
come, Jacques. We'll talk it over.
No, I'm finished. I want my freedom back, my lord. I shall no longer work for you.
What? Mi pare giusto, intervieni, cioè. Non so cosa ci guadagniamo nel non farlo. Cioè, perché vuole uccidersi? Perché sei stufo? Quindi dobbiamo intervenire o non intervenire? Secondo me mi pare abbastanza giusto che lo interveniamo, magari qualche informazione utile. Per forza, non lo faccio sparare.
Wait!
Derichet, you just can't help it, can you? Stop trying to play the hero, man!
Ricordi che è una figlia. Allora aspetta. Qual era? Innanzitutto non posso neanche prenderli sti qua perché sono direttamente in confronto. Allora, il signor Peru. Etichetta psicologia, vulnerabilità psicologia, vai.
Monsieur, I know I don't really know you, but you seem like a decent person.
I have done so many horrible things!
You blame yourself, I can see that. Everything's not lost.
I don't want to do bad things anymore.
You can take control of yourself again. You can fix whatever it is you've done.
Do you really believe that?
Of course, Jacques. You'll have all the time you need.
Andrà tutto bene. Persuasione, secondo me non è tanto. Vostra figlia non è tanto. Olmo potre. Cioè, restiamo uniti a un sacco di roba. La logica. Già vedo quando la logica vale così tanto, vuol dire che è sicuro 100% che è quello. Olmo può proteggerlo, andrà tutto bene. No, andiamo di logica, anche se sprechiamo un sacco di punti. Non voglio mica perderlo.
Jacques, you're not alone.
There's nothing you can do against him.
Of course there is. We've already started.
How can you say that knowing he's already probably gotten rid of your mother, Louis?
No, he hasn't. She's still here. She's alive, Jacques.
But...
Yes, trust me.
Ah, non è debole al... Sì, vabbè. Non ci meritiamo tutto questo. No, tranquillizzalo, si è risoluto.
Come on, Jacques. Stop now, before it gets any worse. Give me the gun, please.
I wasn't gonna fire at anyone, you know.
I know.
I don't want him to talk to me.
Don't worry, you're safe now, Jacques.
Oh, Madonna, salvato.
Monsieur Peru, you could have seriously hurt someone if Monsieur Derichet here hadn't stopped you. Your behavior is unacceptable. You would do better to go and rest in your apartment. My friends, we shall continue the conference later. I would like to apologize for the inexcusable behavior of my guest. We all need to recover from all of this excitement. Take the rest of the day off.
Salvato. Mamma mia. Allora, ho rassicurato Sara Derisce, salvato Jacques Peru, sono andato a letto con Lady Hillsborough. Yes. Mi sono lasciato convincere da Lady Hillsborough, ho cambiato. Allora, Potevo schierarmi con Holmes, avrei potuto scoprire il segreto di Jacques Perrou, Napoleone e Sir Gregory's Home. Ma io sinceramente sono stato nelle loro camere, ho trovato qualche segreto, però non so, non me li conta come trovati. Forse manca qualche discorso, qualche scelta che non è andato a prendermeli, a quanto pare, Dai, un bel po'. Ho scoperto il modo che adesso siamo ormai a metà gioco, ma ho scoperto come trovare i vari punti di psicologia dei personaggi e nel fare tutto il contrario. Prima o poi scopriamo tutti se il personaggio è immune o non immune. Questa cosa ci serve? Ci serve per i talenti, perché vedete qua, se scopriamo tutte le vulnerabilità e immunità ci danno dei punti in più, quindi lo faccio 4 punti, non ci arriverò mai, gente, lo so già, non ci arriverò mai qua. Linguistica o politica? Dura soluzione. Vediamo 2 punti in politica e comincio già a potenziarmi l'occultismo. A meno porta avanti, anzi, linguistica. Osservazione non è male.
I don't understand. I spoke to him only recently.
Monsieur Perrault has lost his mind. It's obvious.
Yet another way for the French to make a spectacle of themselves. Well, once again it has worked.
My friends, let us settle down, please. We are all in shock, of course. Let us celebrate Louis's courage. He enabled us to avert a tragedy.
Yes, that was very noble of you, Louis.
You have given us all a fine lesson in courage.
Thank you.
He owes you his life. That's quite something.
That madman deserves to die.
We are providing Monsieur Perrault with care, but rest assured, he is no longer a danger to himself or anyone else. I think everyone needs a little rest. Can you stay a moment?
Of course.
Prossime letture. Manipolazione, assolutamente. Interrogatorio, agita. Interrogatorio, vai.
Louis, I wanted to thank you personally. I admire what you did to save Monsieur Perrault's life. You have given us all a wonderful lesson in courage.
Don't mention it, my lord. You would have done the same. I was just quicker.
Humility is a fine quality, sir.
Where is he now?
In his room. I've sedated him. I don't want him trying to take his life again. Or, worse yet, attacking one of the guests. When in despair, Monsieur Perrault is clearly a dangerous man.
Non mi ricordo più cos'era immune, sto morti, ma scienza mi ricordo di sì. Dov'è Mortimer qua? Persuasione e scienza. Percezione. Scienza. Ma perché scatta così sto qua poi? Politica.
Tell me, my lord, what did you expect of him exactly? I found it difficult to understand what his role was here.
In fact, I asked him here to speak about our collaboration. His mission was soon to come to an end, and I was hoping to persuade him to slow down. I had a few interesting missions abroad to propose to him.
Did you tell him that?
I just let him know that perhaps it was time to move on to something else.
On that note, my lord, I'll be leaving you. Have we covered everything?
Absolutely. Oh, Louis, one more thing, please. I wanted to thank you for your support during the conference. You've made the right choice, and it gives me tremendous satisfaction to have you with me on this project.
Scatta così? Perché scatta così malissimo? Perché mi pare che Oddio, come scatta? Che sta succedendo? No, dovrebbe essere Louise è normale, solo Mortimer, perché le animazioni che gli hanno dato di Mortimer sono tagliate male. Cioè, non è che il mio computer sta esplodendo, è proprio il difetto delle animazioni del personaggio di Mortimer, che il finale sono state fatte un po' malucce e praticamente scatta alla fine dell'animazione. Avevi dalla mia parte questo, ne valeva, perderemo, ne valeva la pena.
And much good may it do you, my lord. But look at the voters. It needs to be unanimous. And we just lost Peru. The battle is already lost, if you ask me.
Trust me, Louis. We still have a few more cards to play. You'll see. Anything can happen in politics.
I'll see you later, my lord.
I already mentioned it yesterday. Either to you or to someone else. Impossible to tell with you people.
Yes, sir.
Your yes is not sufficient. Tell the others, for crying out loud. Remember to close my window once you've done my room. This isn't Corsica, you know. I'm freezing.
Of course, sir. As you...
Monsieur Bonaparte.
Louis, once again, bravo for what you did. If it weren't for you, Peru would have blown his brains out. You've got courage. I like this. We just lost a vote for the next conference, and we already had fewer votes than Holm. I must absolutely find a solution.
Excuse me, sir, but given recent events, I find it somewhat cavalier to return to your political preoccupations so quickly.
Yes, I know. You must find me inhumane. But what can I do? We are here to decide upon the fate of our nations, Louis. It is time you realize what is at stake here. I hold nothing against Monsieur Peru personally, but what concerns me most right now is to not lose sight of the objectives of this meeting. In short, we haven't a minute to lose. I'll leave you now.
Just a minute. What did Duchess Hillsborough propose last night?
Oh, nothing worth worrying about. The pretty little pudding eater found no better tactic than to threaten me. She would have been better off sliding into my bed. At least we wouldn't have wasted part of the night talking for nothing.
Threatened you, you say?
That's what I said. I think I'm going to have to be careful of English troops crisscrossing the Mediterranean for a while. The witch would let loose the wrath of the English crown on my august person. But if she thinks that would scare a Bonaparte, she is mistaken. Now, Louis, time is running short, and as I said, I'm in a hurry. I have to go now. I will see you later.
Sir Jacques Peru?
Sorry, sir, but you cannot go through.
Ma che?
We have very clear instructions from Lord Mortimer. Monsieur Peru must rest.
What the... Qua... Teletrasporto diretto col servitore, porca che sei efficiente. Oh, qua sono già stato nella sostanza. Ho già raccattato tutto quello che potevo. Vediamo se c'è magari, cambiando di episodio o altro, ho lasciato altra roba.
It's a beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Immunità scoperta, persuasione, ufficiale. Talento sbloccato, ufficiale. Oh. Abbiamo scoperto tutte le immunità di buona parte. Punto persuasione, molto buono. Questo avevo già letto. Se vi interessa, fermate il video e leggetelo.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier. Hannibal crossing the Alps. Another military success. Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better. Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better.
Hanno aggiunto qualcosina, qualche oggettino piccolino hanno aggiunto. Da quando ho già esplorato.
No answer. Nothing. Emily? Emily, are you there? Emily!
Yes. Louis, is that you?
Yes, let me in.
I'm sorry, Louis. I don't feel very well. I'll see you later.
Are you sure everything's all right? Are you still there?
Ma si è buggato? No, eh? Oh, ho paura che mi si buggasse, eh. Madonna, ho paura che mi si buggasse lì così in eternità, all'infinito lì davanti alla porta, porca vacca.
Huh, that's me.
Next time, I'll listen to my mother. Not a day has gone by without something happening to me. What now?
Louis, open up, please.
Coming, Mr. President, I'm coming.
Louis. Ah, there you are at last.
Yes,
I just saw your mother. She was accompanied by Emily, and they both went into the Duchess's room. I tried to join them, but I was refused entry. Louis, this does not bode well.
Oh, shit. Emily might want to avenge her sister. I must act quickly.
You're right, Mr. President. Thank you.
I have to get inside Emily's room through the... Shit! It's locked.
Forza la serratura, cerca di forzare la finestra.
No way. It's too sturdy. Damn it. It's closed. Seems like the key is still in the lock on the other side. That means I won't be able to pick it. Or I could do as I did the last time in the tower room. I wonder if I can get the key by pushing something underneath and making it fall. It's not a very complex lock. I'm sure I can force it if I can just find something to smash it with. A map. This should do the trick. Perfect. This card should do the trick.
Vai cadere
Slowly, Louis. Nice and slow.
Madonna, che roba.
It's not a very complex lock. I'm sure I can force it if I can just find something to smash it with.
Non possiamo... Ah, ecco.
I must act fast.
My dear Napoleon.
Qua c'ero già stato, anche qua ho raccattato tutto il più possibile. Ma scusa, nel momento
French
di prima
actor
era
Talma is
no, era
Nero
chiuso.
Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty.
Era chiuso prima. Tratto destrezza. Non è lasciato traccia nell'appartamento di Napoleone. Buono. Dove cavolo devo andare?
Huh. It's as if there are several people inside.
Once again, you're the one who's the victim
Oh.
of this. What are you on about now? I should
A
never have
letter
told
from
you what
William
happened to me.
the Younger,
That's how it
addressed to
works, and
Emily.
you know it full well.
He's the
I'm
present
not that
Prime
naive.
Minister of the
I
United
know
Kingdom.
you inside out.
He has indeed some
Stop.
powerful backers.
We'll end up losing everything if you keep on.
2 coils circle the lock.
Apro tutto mentre sono qua.
Dear Gregory, thank you for the information. I've managed to find out about the names you gave me. George Washington.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Acqua di Melissa, aspetta, cos'è? Non mi ricordo più. Acqua di Melissa, ok, facciamo 1, 2, 3. Aspetta.
A letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised trait.
Oh, quanti tribulus terrestri c'è qua?
A devil's thorn, to be used to uncover the best disguised traits.
Dear Gregory.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
Acqua di Melissa, acqua di Melissa.
Dear Gregory.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
What on earth is...
Ma che...
You... Mother?
How dare you do this to me? You can talk. After everything I've done for you. You are joking, I hope. Right? I gave you my life.
What
That's enough, Emma. Now that Louis is here, you will leave Sarah alone. Cease your revenge immediately. What? If you think you're going to... Louis, help me, I beg you. I can no longer reason with her. I am Emily. Quit playing games. What? Honestly, don't be ridiculous. No. I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart. After everything we've been through together.
Yes, well...
Don't you dare bring him into this. This is between you and me.
Quante pistole c'hai,
I ask
mano?
for nothing more, so stop taking it out on Sarah. You prissy little bitch! How dare you! Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place, do you? You are joking, I hope.
Ma che
I'm the one who told you everything that's been going on while you were away. Go on then. That's what you want, isn't it? You want to kill me. Go on then, shoot! After all the trouble I've gone through to find you. Go on. What are you waiting for? Here, Louis, take this.
Wait, what's going...
Ma che
An entire life for this. Go on, shoot! Sorry, Louis, I can't shoot her. She's my sister. That's enough, Emma. Louis, out of the way. She's dangerous. Don't trust her. What are you trying to do? Louis, out of the way! I am not Emma! Come on, Louis, tell her who the real Emily is.
Wait,
That's right, Louis.
Porca
I'm
vacca,
fed up
gente.
with this little game.
Che trip.
Tell him who the real Emily is.
Why do these things always happen to me?
Well, Louis, come on, you know how to tell us apart, right?
Yes, but... I'd like to ask you a few questions to make sure there's no doubt.
Rational and open, Louis. Let's see. How can I tell them apart? Wait, I've got an idea.
On the night of our arrival...
La sera del nostro arrivo. Oh, porca vacca, che... Madonna. Alla sera del nostro arrivo, cosa ci ha dato? Ci ha detto niente.
On the wharf, something happened to me. What happened exactly?
You felt unwell. You had a nosebleed, and I offered you my handkerchief. I told her all that already. It was me who told you.
Right. Let's find something else. Ah, yes. Let's speak about my arrival at the manor.
Aspetta, interrogatorio, personaggio, cos'era? Isbrovo, manipolazione, prova interrogatorio.
On the night of our arrival, we were warming ourselves in front of the fire. Mortimer welcomed us in a very odd way.
Immunità.
What happened?
It won't work, Louis. It wasn't Mortimer who welcomed us. It was Sir Gregory. Sorry, Louis. I already told her.
Very well.
Let's try something else.
On the first night, we went up to bed, but I wasn't tired. I went for a little stroll.
Chiedi se l'hai guardata mentre dormiva.
Before going to bed, I went for a stroll. Did we speak to each other during that stroll?
You must be mistaken. After going up to bed, I went straight to sleep. But she knows all that, Louis. I already told her.
Ma
Don't think
porca.
you're going to get away with this deception so easily. I can assure you, you're going to regret pretending to be me once Louis has exposed you.
Right. I don't think I'll get very far like this. I'll have to find something better.
Oh, I don't think I'll even wait until he's finished.
Take it easy now.
Are you mad, Louis?
Lower your arm.
I better act quickly if I don't want things to get out of hand.
Come on, she's putting one over on you. Look at yourself for crying out loud. You were prepared to shoot me down.
In
Pensa
the
Louise.
secret room behind the study. Talk to them about what you've been doing. Maybe they haven't spoken about it between each other yet.
On the night of the disappearance of Elizabeth Adams.
What about it? What do you want to know about that night?
Come superato l'orgone. Come superato l'orgone?
In the portrait gallery, we found ourselves in a singular situation. What happened to us?
We both went around the manor all night like sleepwalkers, searching. And that's how we found ourselves in Mortimer's private gallery, behind the chimney. That doesn't prove a thing. I told you all that.
Ma porca.
That's enough! I've had enough of this charade. Louis, there's only one way to tell us apart. There's just one thing I didn't tell her about in detail. Too bad for you, Emma. I didn't want it to come to this, but you leave me no choice. Ask her about you and I. You just lost, Emma. I indeed didn't tell you everything about it. Come, Louis. Speak about our intimacy.
Very well, let's talk about us.
Porca. No, ma è immune psicologia sta qua, porca. Manipolazione.
Last night, you came to visit me, and I can't help wondering why. Why did you come to my room?
Louis, you must be mistaken. I did not go to your room last night, and that's where your little game ends, Emma. Because I never told you about it. So, there you can't answer. What? No! You didn't do that. I didn't want you to be jealous of Louis. Remember how you always used to react whenever you felt you were competing against a man? You dirty...
That's enough. I've had enough of this charade. That's enough, both of you. Now I know who the real Emily is.
Sì, ragazzi, so che è la vera Emily. Che cazzo è la vera Emily? Porca... Veramente difficile. Allora, mi pare tanto strano. Emily davanti a te o Emily dietro di te? Perché mi sta venendo il dubbio. Perché di solito conoscendo la Emily non è che sia così molto... Cioè, insiste. Di solito è buona, poi dopo è debole a psicologia, quindi... E infatti il suo punto debole è che cala. Forse non è detto che anche la sorella sia debole, l'altra sorella sia più debole alla psicologia. Magari no, perché si è presa in pieno comunque. Poi sta qua continua a dirgli che lei è Emma, invece sta qua no, dice il contrario, ma non è che risponde molto. Vuoi vedere che mi pare tanto sospetto che questa qua non sia... ma poi dico una cacata, dico, perché mi sa... Senti, o la va alla spacca, gente, o la va alla spacca. Questa è Emily, per forza, dai.
It's you, Emily.
No, Louis! She is manipulating you!
No, Emma. It's her. I know it. Despite all the trouble you've gone to put one over on me, I know it is her.
That's enough now, Emma. You little slut! Don't think you are going to get away with this so easily. You are going to stop your little game right now. Never. I am Duchess Hills.
Porca vacca.
Emily?
I am the Duchess.
But...
You don't Dear God, what have I done? See what you've done.
Ha fatto giusto?
Louis?
Mother!
What on earth is...
Go away. You must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Ma che...
Duchess, is everything all right?
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
Ma cosa urli?
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I am coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please. Go. I'll cover you.
What? What are you doing there? Stop!
God damn it. Now what's going on?
Che cazzo sta succedendo? Oh, ho fatto giusto, porca vacca se ho fatto giusto, gente. Porca vacca se ho fatto giusto. Sì, era abbastanza... è difficile, criminologo mi ha dato. Oh, penso di aver fatto giusto. Pensi di aver identificato la vera Emily? Pensi, penso sì. Penso di sì. Perché quando ho fatto la domanda della... quando io ho chiesto riguardo la cripta, lo studio di morte... Chi è quel tizio lì? Ah, vabbè, lasciamo stare. Quando io ho chiesto dello studio di Mortimer, la tizia dietro di me ha fatto e allora? Invece quella davanti diceva dai dimmi cosa devi dire. Quindi lì è già venuto il dubbio. Poi è stata quella davanti, che era Emily, immagino, penso di sì, perché spero che sia quella giusta. È la prima che ha proposto, ha detto una cosa che non sa nemmeno l'altra. E ha parlato della relazione con Louise. Ed è stata la prima a parlare della relazione, però... E nel suo discorso sembrava più affettuosa, più vicina come parole. Invece l'altra sembrava più distante come relazione con Louise. Quindi mi è venuto il dubbio che quella dietro poteva essere quella falsa. Poteva poi. Poi immagino che ha saltato qualche riga che ci faceva capire bene. Ma cosa fa? Stava facendo il suo sonnellino, sto qua. Perché sonnellino... è morto. Porca vacca, è morto? Che fa così? Cadavere.
Good God! They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer?
Can anyone hear anything through the door?
Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room. She isn't answering. Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only...
Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and rational. I know you are going to find this hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true.
Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess.
Washington Bonaparte. L'uomo nero e Babbo Natale. Walner Goodall. Ma che è? Fammi indovinare. Mortimer.
Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
What?
No. Even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Home had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
I came across his family tree in his study.
An only son.
Since the Third Crusade.
The fall of St. John of Acre, Louis. The fall of St. John of Acre.
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Home are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? Yes, I did. Why?
Too bad. We'll deal with it later.
Ma solo un vaso? Ma che sta delirando?
I went beyond the nightmare, Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way. You found me. You have surpassed me.
You taught me everything I know. Right. How did it all begin?
I saw him!
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
but the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him, or rather he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages.
He was already old in those days, wasn't he? So you recognized him when you arrived on the island, right?
No, he wasn't in that body. But I know it was him. I swear it was him. The way he spoke, his posture, a few of his intonations, his mannerisms.
Wait a minute. You were talking about 60 years ago. I've lost the thread.
Yes, sorry. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you accepted.
Please don't be stupid. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing. I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing. And then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order, Louis. She knew the rules when she joined.
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volner?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull the wool over his eyes until I found a way to flee.
I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
La Madonna.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen, once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
Samuel Ritter du Choix, you wanted to send me a letter about Godoy.
I wanted you to run a check on Duke Manuel. But frankly, it doesn't really matter anymore now. Godoy is just a pawn like the others. He is not the one I was looking for.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that. I shall show you.
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you going to tell me why we're here?
There. That's why we are here.
Cosa cavolo è? No, eh? Enigma in arrivo, gente. Ciao, ciao. Sono uscito dalla stanza Napoleone senza lasciare traccia. Protette una delle gemelle. Mi sono unito a manipolo della stanza di Hillsborough. Molti percorsi alternativi H-Boy. Ragazzi, guarda che roba, guarda che roba. Guarda che roba. Allora, abbiamo detto osservazione importante. Linguistica non è che sia un granché. Buttiamo intanto in coso.